welcome back, guys. As you see, we are standing in my kitchen today because I am home and I had a grocery delivery. So what not better to do than do some kitchen and fridge organization. I haven't done a video like this pretty much since January, February of this year, so I figured at this point it's time for another one because I have gotten so many questions and overwhelming things about my fridge organization, pantry organization. So we are doing that today. Grocery has gotten so incredibly expensive. We are a family of 4, and though we are pretty mindful of what we are eating, almost sometimes it's hard to distinguish between eating out and cooking because it sometimes just feel like you're spending the same amount. But nonetheless, eating at home is incredibly healthier. So we're going to get this grocery up. Make sure you leave in the comments whatever questions you have. I'm going to try and answer every single thing that I can answer in today's video while I'm doing a restock. My pantry needs help too. Everything needs help around here because it's been go, go, go. But because fall break has commenced and come, I had some downtime to go ahead and take care of this fridge. So let's get going. Let's go. Now let's take a look at this fridge really quick. It is an overhaul of basically everything. We do have some takeout in here, so we're gonna go ahead and pull everything out, get these containers washed, get some of these organizations washed, so that way we can store everything properly. I'm going to wash my fruit in this video because the last video, I mean, so many people told me a new one that I didn't wash it, and I'm just like, guys, there are cuts and edits. There are so many things that I leave out of the video just for common sense purposes, and so I guess common sense isn't so common. So I'm gonna wash them in today's video so you guys can see that they are getting washed. So find something else to complain about because I don't want you to complain about that, okay? So let's go. Okay, so if you are new here, this is my fridge completely empty with all of my organizers inside of the fridge. I like to keep everything very simple. I am pretty much used to a side-by-side fridge, but fortunately this time around it's not a side-by-side. It is a standalone fridge. So it was important for me to create a strategic way to be able to store all of my foods, fruits, vegetables inside of the fridge at ease, also for our children. All of these organizers will be listed on Amazon for convenience, also for pricing purposes because it's very inexpensive on Amazon. As always, if you need something very specific, do not hesitate to let me know in the comments and I will take care of that for you. Okay, now I did get some new fridge organization, which is pretty basic but also kind of neat, which are these milk and beverage containers. They have screw-on tops. You don't have to worry about the plastic cap top, but you also don't have to worry about the bamboo lids. You don't have to worry about anything spoiling because obviously these are screw-on tops. So we pretty much only consume about 3 juices, which is lemonade, apple juice, and orange juice. From time to time, we might do like a fruit punch or something like that, but other than that, those are the most consumed juices. And milk, we just have milk in a separate container. I know people also like to use these for milk as well, but I'm not going to because we kind of like go through milk, if that makes sense. I may end up getting one more just depending on seeing how these actually work out for the milk, but I just feel like with milk you can see the expiration date, but I also buy Lactaid, and if you purchase Lactaid, you know the expiration date is typically a month or so out. And so yeah, so like for example, I just bought some Lactaid and the expiration date is December. It's October. So if we don't drink the milk by December, then obviously there's something wrong and we need to stop drinking it. So yeah, there's that. Let's get to filling up this fridge.
Perfect.
So when I'm washing my fruit, especially like strawberries or grapes, I like to use either a mixture of like warm water and baking soda, and it definitely does works wonders. It does the trick. Or the second option that I like to use is just simply using vinegar, and they both work incredibly well, but it's just your preference. Pretty much for me is what I have on Hands Reach, and these are I have both of them because I just brought some more on Hands Reach, so it's completely up to you. Okay, so I've washed them both with vinegar, and I also with baking soda. I let it soak for a while, and yeah. So you pretty much want them to dry completely, or just pretty much pat them dry, and you are good to go. I will also have this strainer here linked on my in the description box, so that way you guys can actually take a look at it. Super inexpensive to have, and it's so convenient that you can sit it on your sink. It is expandable, so you can adjust it smaller or tighter as needed, and yeah. You can wash grapes pretty much the same way. Honestly, you could do a combination of both at the same time, so that's what we are going to do to get these taken care of. I like this baking soda because this one has the perforated holes on it, so you can just, you know, sprinkle it on. So I have this bacon container. We eat bacon, but we don't eat bacon. I just feel like when bacon is left in the original packing, it tends to spoil faster. So to combat it spoiling and this being in this package, I got a bacon container, and it has been a lifesaver in extending the life of our bacon, because once again, it normally takes us almost close to a month to go through a pack as a family of 4, because we just don't consume it a lot. this is my container where I store my deli meat and cheese. I also got told off in the comments so many times that I did not wash my containers before putting my deli meat in here, and in fact I did. So they're wet. I'm gonna go ahead and dry them off, and so I can put the meat inside. This is another one of those lifesaver purchases and extending the deli meat life as well, so I absolutely love it. They're stackable, so it makes it easy for storage, especially if you're tight on space in your fridge. And that was something I of course had to consider, having like a standalone one door fridge. Now, I like to combine both my bags of salad in here if I'm not buying lettuce and chopping it up. This typically lasts me about 3 to 4 days because you guys know it goes bad fast, and I pretty much eat it very fastly. So I would eat a salad. Honestly, if I'm feeling snacky, I eat a salad. For lunch, I eat a salad. Like, I am a green girl. I love green, all things green. So yeah. But I love this. I love that it has like the little perforated thing at the bottom of it. So this is one of my favorites to have. Okay, so far we basically have all of our basic needs inside of the fridge, from anything we're drinking to kid snacks to fruits and yogurt to deli meat. Also, I love these egg dispensers because they're just very much easy to use. At the bottom here, I like to store apples, oranges, anything like that. And then this is going to be all of my extra greens, from cabbage to kale to collards. All of that goes in here. Any onion that I'm using, it's just going to go down there. I'm going to be honest, it's never meat here because this is just a catch-all. Spinach, cabbage, it's just a catch-all of everything in here. So let's get that in here, get the other fruit in here, and then on the door, let's get this situated. Okay, something else I like to do is also get my tomatoes out of the plastic container, as well as a chop up my cucumber, which is also great and easy for making salads, or if I just want to eat a few grab and go. So believe it or not, I got this little glass separated dish from Five Below, and I love it so much. The fact that it's glass makes it top tier, because if you know, you know. But I love this so much, and I just easily put this into the fridge. So here are the containers. They're all washed and cleaned, nice and clean. I love that. I also love the fact that it has the screw top where you can take them completely off to pour your juices in, and then of course here is just your regular top that you screw on. But taking this off makes it easy. You don't have to worry about trying to pour the juice into this tiny hole. You can take this completely off. Now, something else I wanted to show you guys is that with these containers, I also opted to get some organization for these containers, which I got these labels. I think these labels are so gorgeous. They are a total of 15 labels, from apple juice to tomato juice to lime juice, fruit punch, peach, whatever it is that you want. I purchased these from Etsy for an inexpensive amount. just under $10, I believe, maybe even $8. I will link them in the description box, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the 3 that I'm going to be using, which is apple juice, orange juice, and lemonade, and these 3, and I think they're going to be so nice in the fridge. I like mine nice and neat at the same height, so it's important for me to lay them out and put them all together, so when I'm putting the labels on, I know the labels end up in the same exact spot on all 3 of them. These labels are waterproof, so you don't have to worry about taking them off when you need to wash them. They are waterproof. Here are also dry erase. You can write on here with your dry erase markers and it wipes off when you need to, so that's something to also keep in mind. Okay, all 3 are on. Now one thing that I don't like is I wiped my hand. I had something on my hand and it wiped this off, but it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I know what's going to be in it anyway. Okay guys, so here is my fridge and every single thing in it that I eat and consume on a daily, on a weekly basis. It is very simple, but it's made to perfection for my family. Obviously, if you have a bigger size family, you're gonna have to be a little bit more strategic, but if you're around the same amount or even less in your household, then this is a great option to have, to be able to store things in, from drinks to kids little go-gurts. I also still have those drink dispensers back there to utilize. I have some salad dressings here at the top. My eggs, we consume a lot of eggs, so this is always going to be full, from strawberries to my bacon tray, yogurt in here. Saw my deli meat and cheese inside of there. And then this is a drawer. This drawer actually came with a fridge, but I'm pretty sure you can purchase a drawer like this on Amazon or somewhere. It slides from one side of the fridge to the other, but I like it on this side. And here I have sausage, basically breakfast sausage and things like that that we eat in the morning. Shredded cheese also go in here, so I need to slip that in there. And then just below here again, we have our grapes, we have our salad mix. You guys saw the cut up tomato and cucumber just in there. And then of course, again, the apples, oranges, all of my greenery inside here at the bottom. I had a lot of people ask basically, where do I store like leftover food, either being cooked or takeout? It goes here. It literally goes here. I have the space on this left side for whatever I need to put on this side of the refrigerator. Henceforth, this is my takeout from Longhorn, and this fits perfectly in here, and that's everybody food inside of that bag. And another thing that I also want to share with you is that I have so many containers to condense my food down. So anytime it's leftovers in the evening, it is condensed into smaller size containers, no more than 2, no more than 3 at max, but mostly 2, and it's sat right there. That is literally it. Then on the side, I have all of my juices here, and then milk, coffee. Some things are organized as you see, but for the most part, this is what organization is going to look like for me and my household. And I think this looks good because everything is easily accessible. So here is my pantry, and it's looking also like it needs some help because in fact indeed definitely needs some help. So I'm going to get the cereal dispensers out, spaghetti, all of this out and get it filled up. Now I'm starting to put things in my Lazy Susan. I love these pecans and almonds. I do have some other snacks in here, but this is also another one of those things that I got ridiculed for. Snacks, I didn't think it would be that serious, but it was, so we're gonna keep putting them in here. Okay, we got it back stocked up. Everything looks so good. Okay, to be fair, most of the containers that look like this are incredibly old. You saw the cereal ones look exactly the same, just a taller version. These particular canisters came from Walmart. I do believe they still carry them, so if they do, I will tag them directly in the video so you can take a look at pricing as far as what size you would want or desire to have. Now these labels on the front, now these are my favorite labels because these last an incredibly long time. I've had these just as long as the containers since 2020, and as you see, there is nothing coming off. These get washed all the time, so these are my absolutely favorite. And I think it came with over 140 labels, so I had things from pantry to fridge. Also came in black along with this white. I chose white because I just like the white, but I don't know, I think that this looks incredibly good. But these are just one of my favorites, as you have probably seen. So I always get questions about my containers that look like this, and whether it holds basically a full thing of whatever you're using. So I use jasmine rice, and I typically buy the 5-pound bag. Now rice, flour, and sugar, I have 2 canisters for it. So I have these canisters as well as these backup canisters. So these are always going to be enough for me, because when I know I'm out here and I have to start using here, it's time for me to go ahead and buy more. This because rice, flour, and sugar, those are kind of like main ingredients for a lot of stuff. So there is that. But this one isn't quite full. This one was about right here, so I filled it back up, and then the rest of this went in here. So essentially this whole bag does fit in this container here. So like if you look here, this is my organized side of my cabinet when it comes to like additional things. Pasta, penne, elbows, the white rice, of course, that you just saw. The elbows, you guys know you can buy a 4-pound box and it's still not going to be full. Same thing with the bow tie. I normally buy about 2 boxes and it's full. Just depending on the type of noodles that I'm using is what I'm putting inside of them. And then at the top, sugar, flour, pancake mix, bread flour, those things get pretty full from a regular 5 to 6 pound bag of those items. Now back at my pantry, I just want to show you guys a few things of how things are like pretty much stored in here, from potatoes to onions to dry goods. And then directly down at the bottom, that's going to be pretty much be like your overfill of extra cereal, bags of chips, or anything like that. Because here on the door, you guys know I have the over the door organizer. So I have a bread to chips to pretzels, just some basics of some grab and go things that I want to have. And this is what happens when you have a smaller size pantry. You need stuff to store, and having an over the door storage is just so good, so good, so good. But I am actually pretty happy with the way things are. I think in the future, I want to kind of upgrade some containers and change some things out. But for now, I think things look so good. And yeah, if you have any questions or anything like that, please do not hesitate to drop them in the comments so we can take care of those things. Well, guys, we have officially made it to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed some home organization today, from organizing my fridge to getting things inside of my pantry, and pretty much how I like to keep them stocked. Honestly, it's just a matter of routine and being able to have places to store everything that you use. No, I know for some people it's not practical, because again, if you have a larger size family, you're going to have to be a bit more strategic. And if you are just a single person or two-person household, of course you can have even less groceries inside of your fridge. But I think the most important thing here is to know that as long as there is functionality, it will work. It will always work, because function beat chaotic at any day of the week, and that is just so important. Everything that you've seen today is linked in the description box. Some of these items will be linked directly on the video, so that way you'll be able to go directly to those items while actually simultaneously watching the video. So that's also pretty good in itself. But as always, I'm pretty excited because I just got a new coffee table in, which I'm super excited to show you guys. I'll probably show you like in a vlog of some home decor shopping that I have done recently. My glass table was in fact incredibly gorgeous, but I think the table is 5, maybe 6 years old, and it just hasn't been as sturdy as it needs to be. And of course, you guys know I upgrade things as I see fit, for me, for my space, and most importantly, for my budget. But guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. But until next time, until a next video, as always, I will see you guys later. And be kind in the comments, because they can hurt sometimes. They sting a little bit sometimes. But I will see you guys later. Bye.